Over 60? These vitamins could be slowly killing you. Every morning, you take your vitamins, thinking you're helping your body. But here's what no one tells you. Some of those pills may be silently aging you, damaging your liver, nerves, and even shortening your life. One common vitamin increases death risk by 40% in older adults. Another can cause permanent nerve damage, and it's still sold in most senior multivitamins. After 60, your body changes. It can't handle excess vitamins like before. They build up, backfire, and cause harm, slowly, quietly, every single day. In this video, you'll learn 5 dangerous vitamins you must avoid after 65, and 5 essential ones you need to stay sharp and strong. Before we dive in, drop a comment below and let us know where you're tuning in from. Now let's start with the first dangerous vitamin, one that seems harmless but can quietly cause long-term harm in older adults. Vitamin number 1, high dose. Vitamin B6, a brain booster that quietly damages nerves in older adults. After age 65, your nervous system becomes more sensitive and vulnerable than ever before. And if there's one vitamin that seems harmless but quietly causes nerve toxicity over time, it's high-dose vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is commonly found in brain-boosting pills, energy supplements, and even multivitamins designed specifically for seniors. It's marketed as a memory aid, stress reducer, and nerve function enhancer. But here's what most labels don't tell you. When taken in high doses, B6 can build up in your system and lead to chronic nerve damage. Unlike most water-soluble vitamins, B6 can accumulate in nerve tissues when taken in excessive amounts over time. And once it does, it starts breaking down the protective layers around your nerves, slowing signals from your brain to your limbs, leading to numbness, muscle weakness, and even balance problems. The scary part? Many people mistake these symptoms as just a normal part of aging. Research shows that taking just 50 milligrams of B6 per day for several months can be toxic for older adults. Yet many popular supplements contain 100 milligrams or more in a single dose. If you're taking 2 or 3 different products daily, there's a good chance you're regularly exceeding the safe threshold without knowing it. So if you're using nerve support supplements, multivitamins, or anything that includes vitamin B6, check the label. If the dosage exceeds 10 milligrams per day, it's time to stop. Your body only needs about 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams daily, and that can easily be met through food sources like fish, turkey, bananas, or fortified cereals. Vitamin B6 isn't harmful by itself, but in high doses, especially over long periods, it's not safe for aging bodies. Ignoring this can cost you years of mobility, nerve clarity, and stability, if the damage is even reversible at all. Vitamin number 2, vitamin A, retinol form. The eye and skin. Vitamin that quietly turns toxic if taken the wrong way. Vitamin A has long been associated with sharper vision, healthier skin, and stronger immunity. For older adults, it's often included in multivitamins as a way to fight aging from within. But what many people don't realize is this. When taken in the retinol form, especially after age 60, vitamin A can slowly become toxic, particularly to your liver, heart, and blood vessels. Here's why. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, which means your body can't simply flush out the excess in your urine like it does with water-soluble vitamins. Instead, it gradually accumulates in the liver, fatty tissues, and internal organs. And after months or years, this buildup can lead to side effects that people often mistake as just part of getting older. It can show up as dry skin that won't go away, dizziness, unexplained joint pain, or blurred vision. But more seriously, it can cause heart rhythm issues, increase stroke risk, or lead to chronic liver problems. A European study even found that older adults who oversupplement with retinol have a 25% higher risk of developing atrial fibrillation, a heart rhythm disorder that can lead to stroke. So if you're taking a synthetic vitamin A supplement or a multivitamin containing retinol or retinol palmitate, check the dosage carefully. Women over 60 should not exceed 700 mcg per day. Men should not exceed 900 mcg per day. And if you're also eating liver, taking cod liver oil, or combining multiple supplements, your risk of overload is significantly higher. The good news? You don't have to cut out vitamin A completely. Just change the form. Instead of taking retinol, switch to beta-carotene from natural foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and eggs. Your body only converts beta-carotene into vitamin A when it's needed, making it nearly impossible to overdose. Vitamin A isn't the problem. It's the wrong form and dosage that can silently damage your body day by day. After 60, let natural foods lead the way, not synthetic capsules that may build up and cause harm before you even notice. Vitamin number 3. Iron. A once essential mineral that quietly harms the liver, heart, and brain after 60. Iron is one of the most important minerals when you're young. It helps form red blood cells, prevents anemia, and keeps your body oxygenated. But what most people aren't told is that after age 60, especially when you no longer lose blood monthly, like in your younger years, iron becomes dangerously easy to overload. Your body doesn't have an efficient way to get rid of excess iron. Instead of being flushed out, it quietly builds up in your liver, heart, pancreas, and even brain tissue. Over time, this iron is no longer beneficial. It turns into a catalyst for oxidative stress, damaging cells, fueling chronic inflammation, and accelerating cellular aging. Studies have linked iron overload to increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and certain cancers. Even more concerning, iron overload symptoms are vague: fatigue, joint pain, memory loss. The kind of symptoms often brushed off as just getting older, leading to missed diagnoses. Unfortunately, many older adults continue to take multivitamins that contain iron, believing it's good for their blood. But in reality, very few people over 60 are truly iron deficient, unless they have chronic blood loss, anemia, or a specific medical condition. If you're taking a multivitamin that contains iron, check the label carefully. Unless prescribed by your doctor, it's safer to choose an iron-free version. And if you suspect you might have excess iron, ask your doctor about testing your serum ferritin or transferrin saturation. In nutrition, some things are essential in youth, but become harmful in older age. Iron is a perfect example. If you keep adding it without monitoring, it can silently shift from a necessary mineral to a toxic burden that damages your liver, heart, and memory. Vitamin number 4. Calcium. When taken alone. Supposed to strengthen bones, but may be weakening your heart and blood vessels. Most people over 60 have heard the advice: take calcium to prevent osteoporosis. You may have even picked up a giant bottle of calcium pills from the pharmacy and taken them daily, hoping to keep your bones strong. But what you may not know is that taking calcium alone, without proper guidance, can seriously harm your heart, digestion, and circulation. When you're younger, your bones absorb calcium quite effectively. They act like sponges, soaking up what's needed for growth and repair. But after 60, especially for postmenopausal women, that ability drops sharply. Your bones absorb less, while excess calcium floats around in your bloodstream and ends up where it shouldn't: your arteries, heart valves, and soft tissues. What's the result? Arterial calcification, stiffened vessels, a higher risk of stroke and heart attack. And it all happens slowly and silently until it's too late to reverse. Numerous studies have shown that taking calcium supplements alone, without vitamin K2 or D3, significantly raises the risk of heart-related death. High doses of calcium also come with other downsides: constipation, bloating, and interference with absorption of other essential minerals like zinc, iron, and magnesium. And if you're on antacids or reflux medication, your calcium absorption becomes even less efficient, making the supplement even less useful. So if you're still taking 500–1,000 milliliters of calcium from a standalone supplement every day without watching your diet, stop and reassess. Ideally, calcium should come from food sources: leafy green vegetables, yogurt, sardines with bones, almonds, chia seeds, and if you truly need a supplement, choose one that includes both vitamin K2 and D3. This trio helps direct calcium to your bones, where it belongs, instead of letting it calcify your arteries. Calcium isn't the enemy, but after 60, the wrong way of taking it can mean weaker bones and a weaker heart. Let food be your bone builder, not a pill that silently hardens your blood vessels. Vitamin number 5. Vitamin E. High dose or synthetic form. The anti-aging supplement that may be damaging your prostate, thinning your blood, and raising stroke risk. If there's one vitamin that's been praised as the fountain of youth, it's vitamin E. From commercials to supplement labels, it's been marketed for its anti-aging powers, protecting the heart, smoothing the skin, and boosting vitality. But after age 60, high-dose or synthetic vitamin E isn't always your friend. In fact, it could be silently working against you. You might be surprised to learn that several large studies have shown this. Taking more than 400 IU of vitamin E per day can raise the risk of hemorrhagic stroke, especially in older adults who are on blood thinners or have high blood pressure. And for men, long-term use of synthetic vitamin E has been linked to a significantly higher risk of prostate cancer. The problem lies in the form of vitamin E you're getting. There are 8 natural forms of vitamin E, but most supplements only include one: synthetic alpha-tocopherol. This cheaper, mass-produced version can block your body from absorbing other forms like gamma and delta-tocopherol, forms that actually have stronger antioxidant benefits. When your intake is unbalanced, your body reacts, sometimes in harmful ways. So what should you do if you're taking vitamin E? First, keep your dosage in check. Don't exceed 150 IU per day unless your doctor has advised it. Second, look for mixed tocopherols on the label, a supplement that includes all the natural forms of vitamin E. And most importantly, focus on getting your vitamin E from real food: sunflower seeds, almonds, olive oil, leafy greens, and fish. These not only provide vitamin E in its natural form, but also come packed with essential co-nutrients like selenium, omega-3s, and fiber. Vitamin E itself isn't harmful, but after 60, thinking more is better could cost you dearly, with increased risk of stroke, cancer, or immune dysfunction. Don't let an anti-aging pill quietly shorten your life. Vitamin number 1. Omega-3, EPA, and DHA. The essential nutrient you need for brain, heart, and longevity. After 65, omega-3s, especially EPA and DHA, are the foundation of staying healthy after 65. These essential fats help regulate heart rhythm, reduce chronic inflammation, support memory, keep joints lubricated, and improve blood vessel flexibility. They even play a role in fighting off depression. In simple terms, if your brain, heart, or joints feel off, A lack of omega-3s could be the reason. And when your body is low in omega-3, the signs aren't subtle. You may forget why you walked into a room. Your knees click when you sit. You struggle with sleep, feel anxious, or get out of breath on just one flight of stairs. You might think these are just normal signs of aging, but often they're symptoms of omega-3 deficiency. In a study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition involving over 42,000 people over 60, those with higher blood levels of omega-3 lived 36% longer than those with the lowest levels. Another major study published in Circulation found that omega-3 supplements reduce the risk of death from heart attack by up to 45% in older adults. This isn't just about eating healthy. This is nutrition that can save lives. And yet, more than 68% of Americans over 60 are deficient in omega-3s, mainly because they don't eat enough fatty fish, or they take the wrong kind of supplement in the wrong dose. But it's easy to turn that around. Start by adding more cold water fatty fish to your meals, like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. If eating fish regularly isn't convenient, choose a high-quality fish oil supplement in its natural triglyceride form with at least 1,000 calories of EPA plus DHA per day. For those with heart disease or chronic inflammation, a doctor may recommend up to 2,000 calories daily. And remember, omega-3 is fat-soluble. Always take it with a meal that includes healthy fats to improve absorption and reduce the chance of fishy burps. If you're vegetarian or allergic to fish, don't worry. DHA from algae oil is a clean, effective, plant-based alternative that works just as well for the brain. At age 65 and beyond, omega-3s aren't optional. They're the backbone of healthy aging. You can live without many things, but this shouldn't be one of them. Vitamin number 2, vitamin D3. The immune switch. Your body can no longer flip on its own after 65. Vitamin D3 acts more like a hormone than a vitamin. It's the master switch behind your immune system, your bone strength, your mental clarity, your muscle function, and even your mood. If omega-3 oils are the lubricant that keeps your body moving, D3 is the electricity that gets it started. But here's the problem. After 65, your body can barely make any vitamin D3 on its own. Aging skin loses its ability to synthesize D3 from sunlight. You spend more time indoors. You use sunscreen. You live in places where sunlight isn't always strong. The result? Even with a steady diet, you could be severely deficient and never know it. Have you felt tired for no reason? Caught colds more easily? Felt your bones ache, your memory slip, or your sleep quality drop? Ever told yourself, "I'm just getting old"? That may actually be chronic vitamin D3 deficiency. A 2020 meta-analysis in the British Medical Journal showed that seniors with low vitamin D3 had a 50% higher risk of respiratory infections and a 30% higher risk of death from all causes. In other words, just maintaining healthy D3 levels could add years to your life. And it doesn't stop with immunity. Vitamin D3 plays a direct role in memory, focus, and nerve repair. Long-term deficiency is linked to depression, confusion, and even a higher risk of dementia. So how do you fix it? Because food sources are limited and sunlight may not be enough, daily supplementation is your safest option. Best form, cholecalciferol, D3, the same form your skin makes from sunlight. Minimum recommended dose, 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, possibly more if levels are low. Best way to take it. With a meal that includes healthy fat to boost absorption. Even better, pair it with vitamin K to guide calcium into your bones, not your arteries. If possible, get a blood test to check your 25 OHD level and tailor your dose accordingly. After 65, a lack of vitamin D3 doesn't just make you tired, it flips your entire immune system, brain, and longevity into power-saving mode. You can turn it back on with one small capsule a day. Vitamin number 3. Magnesium. Trouble sleeping? Heart racing? Leg cramps at night? You could be missing this vital mineral. Magnesium is one of the most overlooked nutrients after 60, even though it plays a critical role in your heart, brain, muscles, and sleep. This mineral is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, helping to regulate heart rhythm, stabilize blood pressure, calm the nervous system, and support blood sugar balance and neurotransmitters. When you're low on magnesium, your body loses its natural rhythm, and you begin to feel out of sync without knowing why. You can't sleep, even though you haven't had caffeine. Your legs twitch at night, or you wake up from sudden cramps. You feel anxious, impatient, and your heartbeat feels off. You assume it's just aging, but it may actually be your nervous system crying out for magnesium. According to the Framingham Heart Study, older adults with low magnesium levels are at higher risk for arrhythmia, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. Even more surprising, magnesium is tied to recovery after stroke and controlling chronic inflammation, the root of nearly every age-related disease. Here's the problem. Most people over 60 are magnesium deficient without realizing it. Partly because modern diets lack leafy greens and seeds, but more dangerously, because common medications quietly drain magnesium from your body every day. Acid blockers, blood pressure pills, and diuretics. These can all flush magnesium out, slowly and silently. So how do you supplement magnesium the right way after 65? Not all forms of magnesium are created equal. The most common, magnesium oxide, is poorly absorbed and can cause bloating or diarrhea. Older adults need forms that are gentle on the stomach, well absorbed, and easy on digestion. Best forms include magnesium glycinate, calms the nerves, supports better sleep; magnesium citrate, helps digestion and absorption; magnesium malate, great for fatigue and low energy. Recommended dose, 250 to 400 mg per day, taken after meals to minimize irritation. You can also get magnesium from dark leafy greens, avocado, almonds, black beans, pumpkin seeds. But keep in mind, today's soil is much lower in magnesium than it used to be. Supplements are often necessary. If you have kidney disease or take multiple medications, speak to your doctor before starting. Magnesium may not give instant results, but when you're low, everything gets out of balance. Your sleep, your heartbeat, your mood, your blood pressure. It doesn't scream, but when it's gone, your nervous and cardiovascular systems quietly unravel. So if you're losing sleep, feeling edgy, cramping at night, don't reach for sleeping pills just yet. Check your magnesium. Your body might be begging for this silent but essential mineral. Vitamin number 4. Vitamin K2. The traffic cop that tells calcium to go to your bones, instead of silently building up in your heart. You've probably never seen vitamin K2 on your multivitamin bottle, but if you're taking calcium or D3 every day, skipping K2 could be the reason your bones stay weak while your arteries turn stiff. K2 is the behind-the-scenes coordinator that ensures calcium goes where it should, into your bones, not into your arteries, joints, or soft tissues. After 60, your mineral transport system begins to lose its way. You take D3, calcium, eat your greens, but still end up with stiff joints, calcified arteries, or even a diagnosis of valve disease. And the sad truth is, many people do everything right, except one thing. They forget K2. Without K2, calcium floats in your bloodstream with no destination. Over time, it sticks to the artery walls, They harden. Flexibility drops. Blood pressure rises. Your stroke risk soars, even though you think you're taking calcium for bone health. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that supplementing with K2 significantly reduced arterial calcification and cardiovascular events in older adults. It's also linked to higher bone density, fewer fractures, and less joint inflammation after 65. So how do you get enough K2? Unlike vitamin K1, found in leafy greens, K2 is rare in Western diets and is missing from most multivitamins. The best form is MK7, long-lasting, stable, and highly bioavailable. It activates two key proteins. Osteocalcin sends calcium to your bones. Matrix GLA protein prevents calcium from sticking to your arteries. Recommended dose, 90 centigrams of MK7. Natural sources, fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, goose liver. But these are uncommon in Western meals. That's why a dedicated K2 supplement, or a D3 plus K2 combo, is often the best choice. Pairing K2 with D3 creates a protective trio. D3 helps absorb calcium, K2 guides it to bones, and your skeleton gets stronger, not your arteries. Without K2, calcium becomes a double-edged sword, doing more harm than good. At 65, you don't need everything, but you do need the right things. And if you're taking D3 or calcium daily, without K2, it may be time to rethink. This one small nutrient could decide whether calcium becomes your bone builder or your silent threat. Vitamin number 5, vitamin B12. If you feel foggy, unsteady, or constantly tired, this may be the missing link. Vitamin B12 is essential for a sharp brain, strong body, and healthy nervous system. It helps your body make red blood cells, protects your nerves, supports mental clarity, and keeps your energy steady. But ironically, just when you need it most, after 60, your body begins to lose the ability to absorb it. When you're young, your stomach produces enough acid to release B12 from food sources like meat, eggs, and dairy. But after 60, stomach acid production drops sharply. That means you may be eating B12, but your body isn't absorbing it, and slowly you start to decline. But no one connects the dots. You feel tired, even after a full night's sleep, numbness or tingling in your feet, unsteady while walking, more prone to tripping, mentally foggy, forgetting where you put your keys or what day it is. Others say, that's just aging. But deep down, you know something's wrong. And often, it's a classic case of B12 deficiency, a condition affecting millions of older adults, yet often misdiagnosed as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or even depression. The good news, B12 deficiency is easy to correct if you supplement the right way. Here's how. After 65, don't rely on food alone. Your digestive system may no longer absorb B12 properly, so choose forms designed for seniors. Best forms: methylcobalamin, active, natural form used by your body. Cyanocobalamin, more stable and affordable. Both can be taken orally or sublingually, dissolved under the tongue, a great option for bypassing the stomach entirely. Recommended dose: 500 1000 mcg per day. Even if your levels are borderline, this range is safe. Excess B12 is water-soluble and gets flushed out, not stored. If your deficiency is severe or you have digestive issues, your doctor may recommend B12 injections, weekly or monthly, to quickly restore levels and improve symptoms within weeks. One more tip. If you take long-term acid reducers like omeprazole or famotidine, or medications like metformin, your B12 levels are likely lower. Get your blood tested for B12, homocysteine, and methylmalonic acid, MMA, to track your status. At this age, B12 isn't just about energy. It's about coordination, memory, and independence. Don't let something so simple be the reason you lose your balance, physically or mentally. If you supplement correctly, in just a few weeks, you'll feel the difference. Lighter legs, clearer thinking, less numbness in your hands, and a sharper memory. You don't need to turn back time. Just give your body back a nutrient it silently lost. Vitamin B12 won't make you young again, but it will keep you from aging the wrong way. You've just uncovered 10 essential truths no doctor or pharmacist likely told you. Some vitamins that seem helpful, like A, B6, E, iron, and calcium, could be quietly raising your risk of stroke, cancer, and organ damage. After 65, your health doesn't hinge on expensive meds or complicated diets. It's in your vitamin drawer, in what you choose to keep and what you choose to let go. Take less, but do it right. Cut what harms. Add what your body truly needs. That's how you move forward into your 60s, 70s, 80s. Not just living longer, but thinking clearer, feeling stronger, and aging on your own terms. If this video helped you, hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's essential health advice for life after 60. We're here every week to help you stay strong, stay smart, and stay ahead.